All right, guys. So let's dive a little bit deeper. Let me just get into poker and my the genesis for this, and why am I qualified, if you will, to have an Instagram page or a YouTube channel or both. I used to get absolutely crushed playing poker in my mid 20s. Shout out to Brett, who at the time was about 6 years older than me, and his friends were around 30. Um, and I just lose my shirt. I used to get fleeced night in and night out. And but that table sparked something for me, and got me interested in poker. Got me wanting to play more, and my poker journey began at that point in my life. And also these guys I was playing with at the time, I was 23, 24. They were making a lot more money than me. These guys were like, rising up the ranks in law firms and in finance, and I was, a financial advisor, and starting to get into fintech at the time. So move on. My friend Lee at the time started. He was just three or so years older than me. He started hosting a home game. And by the way, he's a very famous. If you want to look up him, shout out to him on social media. I think has set the Guinness Book World Record for the amount of countries he's traveled to, and he's on news networks all the time talking about travel. I'll put his handle here. But anyway, at this game, I was branded as tight, which was true. But I felt like I never got credit when I did play hands. And over the course of just under 50 games, I ended up $3,500 or so in that game over the course of a couple of years. And those early experiences really laid the foundation for how I see and play poker today. And also just, again, accelerated my interest and ability, if you will. As it relates to my track record, I've been playing for exactly 19 years now, over 19 years, so almost going on 2 decades. And I had some breaks in between there for different reasons, including my kids being born and just some other kind of sorting out some personal stuff. But over the course of the last 19 years, I've sat down for about 120 sessions. About 80% of those are cash games. The rest are tournaments. And primarily, I'm playing what's called low to mid stakes, probably the higher end of low stakes, but 1-2 no limit hold'em with some 2-5 no limit hold'em mixed in, both home games and casinos. And the best live ROI has consistently come at the 1-2 level at casinos. I wish sometimes casinos were closer, because I feel like there'd be more opportunities to make money as a poker player. But smaller pots, more manageable variants is the reason why I think I've done well there. Now I want to talk about this simulator. So over the last 9 months or so, I've been playing a ton of hands on a poker simulation platform, which I'll get into. But essentially, I had a friend locally who you can't inject real money into this platform because it's New York State. And it's meant to be something where it's a platform to host games if you want to do the administrative money handling outside of that, which I did with a couple tournaments last summer. But in general, this is just practice. I mean, these are mostly 5-handed, fast-paced cash games with a variety of different stakes as you accumulate kind of mock chips, if you will. And across almost 36,000 hands, my win rate is plus 1411 big blinds per 100 hands, or BB divided by 100 for short. And that number is a key indicator for long-term profitability. If you're winning at 10 big blinds per 100 over a big sample, you're doing something right. Not to toot my own horn. That win rate actually puts me in the top 100 to 200 players on a platform of over 5,000. But let's talk real money games. Since 2006, I played close to 120 sessions. Probably 80% of them are live cash games, mostly 1-2 no limit with some 2-5 limit, no limit, and tournaments mixed in. Across those, my profit is approaching 5 figures. And, that breaks down to $46.29 per 100 hands played, which comes out to a 23.15 big blind per 100 win rate. It's a really solid win rate for live poker, especially at 1-2, where you're getting fewer hands per hour in a live game. And I've found my win rate is actually better at 1-2 than at 2-5 at casinos, probably because lower stakes pools have more clear edges to exploit. Now, my playing style, I describe myself as a tag player. What that acronym stands for in poker is tight and aggressive. But let's break that down, because tight doesn't mean boring or passive. Tight means I'm selective with starting hands. I'm not limping junk just to see a flop. I fold a lot more hands than I play. But aggressive means when I do play, I'm raising, I'm continuation betting, I'm applying pressure, and I'm leveraging position, not just calling and hoping. You'll see me using 3-bets a lot. That's re-raising a pre-flop raiser, especially when I spot wide openers or players who don't adjust well to aggression. Now, this style works well because it creates fold equity. People assume you're strong, especially if you've been playing tight. It makes your bluffs more believable. And I've had a few of these signature bluffs over the years. And your value hands become even more profitable. And the best part, you can shift gears. If the table's passive, I'll open it up. I'll be more loose and aggressive. If it's wild, I'll tighten up and let them punt.